Hi everyone, welcome to Legally Yours. I'm here again with the absolutely brilliant Ines from Melbourne Law Studio. Hello Ines, how are you?
Hi.
And in this interview, Ines, I was really keen to delve a little bit deeper into your legal background and why you decided to start your own law firm and how that journey has now kind of eventuated. So take me back. So when you first started practicing law, you were in quite a traditional firm structure, is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, so I actually, when I finished university and started working for a private law firm, I was what they call a generalist lawyer, and I was a generalist at the time when it was not cool to be a generalist. So at that time, it was really, students were encouraged to go out, pick a field, and then just sort of stick with it and specialize in it. One of the things that I actually found difficult about that is that it's very easy to get pigeonholed once you're out. And also, as young students, and any law student will tell you that, and lawyers looking back now, beggars can't be choosers. It's not like you start at a law firm and you can say to the partner, actually, I want to do commercial, or I want to do family. They'll kind of look at you and be like, you'll do what I give you. So, so I did a whole bunch of everything. And the funny thing was, actually, when I was at uni, I thought that I wanted to do family law. And I was absolutely obsessed with this notion that I was going to be a family lawyer. But when I started practicing family law, I found that it was very different to what I'd expected. So I was doing, practicing in different areas, doing family law. And the funny thing is, actually, when I was practicing family law, I sing in a band, in a Croatian band, right?
Yes.
And we play at weddings. So it was quite ironic that Monday to Friday I was divorcing people, and then on the weekends I was playing at weddings. And I think that, it would have been good. Maybe I could have offered a discount for the first person to call me. That would have been good for business.
The last final song. Now I just wanted to let everyone know that I can also get you divorced.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't wish divorce upon anybody. But I found it. Jokes aside, I found family law to be very difficult, and I think that you have to be a very certain personality type to do that. So for me, it wasn't quite right. And I was lucky enough that I had a great mentor, and I sort of said to him, look, I'm not really feeling it. Is there something else? And he let me try, my hand at commercial law, and it turned out to be the perfect fit for me.
Yeah, so, and you have referred to your commercial litigation as divorce for businesses.
Yes, I have. It's very much a professional divorce.
So now I see that direction of why that sort of really grabbed your passion levels, because that's right. You're bringing in that kind of family law interest into the commercial space, and you really understand the emotion that these business owners go through when they're going through these really difficult kind of breakups. And so then what led you to then start your Melbourne Law Studio? Talk me through that.
Look, I think every generation sort of will come in and look at a system and be able to identify that there are gaps, something's wrong. But the problem is that younger generations and new generations don't have the experience to sort of articulate what it is exactly that's wrong. So I had this distinct feeling as I was getting more comfortable as a lawyer. After you gain some experience, you're not so dependent on other people to think for you. And what I found was that I just had this sense like we weren't doing it right, or we could be doing it better. Particularly, the notion of working a file and being committed to billable hours. It didn't sit right with me that I should be focusing on the billables as opposed to just resolving the matter. And I'm very much a fan of. So I like to just get a file, finish it, and move on, because I only have so many hours in a day. So to me, there's no difference between having one file and working on it, say, for 1 month, or having 10 files in that 1 month.
Yes.
It's still the same amount of energy that I'm exerting. Yes. So what I really wanted to do is not be part of the problem any longer. And at the time that I was considering leaving, a traditional law firm is really when new law was kicking off. And there was people in the industry with even more experience than me championing this cause, saying, hey, actually there is a better world and there is a different way to do legal. So I just sort of bit the bullet and decided, okay, I'll give it a go.
Absolutely fantastic. And so what were some of the key decisions of how you wanted to set Melbourne Law Studio up? What were those key things?
Well, look, I I'm a big believer in efficient project management, and I really love the concept of legal project management and sort of agile principles. And I'm not going to bore everyone to death with all of that, but you know, I think that you need to figure out what process works best. And clients have changed, just like lawyers have changed. So what I wanted to do is I wanted new law to just become the way that we practice. So paperless. You know, I have a paperless office, which means we don't do physical files. Number one, we save a lot of paper with that. Everything is sort of online. You can share your files with clients. You can do video conferencing. We do electronic signatures. So for me, it's been a common sense change. Like being a virtual law firm is kind of like being a common sense law firm. I mean, everybody else offers these services, and it's really frustrating that the legal industry was lagging so much.
Absolutely. And I love it because everything that you've hit there is exactly what a new law firm embodies. And it's all looking about, okay, let me identify first who my client is.
That's right.
And what can I do in my law firm to service that client in a better way? And like you say, it involves lots of different things depending on what your practice is and who your client is. But tech is one big thing, looking at how you invoicing, looking how you communicate with them.
That's right.
Absolutely, you know, massive, massive key. So, and I just did want to touch on your wonderful point about new law and how you wanted it to be normal law. Well, I would like to say at this particular point that we find ourselves in, I cannot say enough that new law has now become normal law. All of us need to understand who our clients are and how we can best service them and how we can use technology to really make that process a lot more seamless and efficient for our clients during this time. Well, thank you so much, Ines. It's been
thank you very much, Cameron, for having me.
Absolute pleasure. And if you would like to connect with Ines for a complimentary phone chat through our platform, you can head to legallyyours.com.au, or if you'd like to know more about Ines and the services she provides, please head to melbournelawstudio.com.au too. Thanks, Ines, and thanks for watching. Thank you, everyone.
Karen.